Okay, in this last problem, we have the sun casting a shadow of a flagpole. So here's the sun. Here's the flagpole, okay? This is the ground, right? This is the ground. And so when the sun hits the flag post, right, it'll hit it like this, and there will be a shadow. So this will be the shadow, okay? And this is the pole. I just want you to visualize this. All right, and so you can see that this is a triangle, can't you? We've got a nice little triangle happening here. Okay, there's our triangle. And it's telling us that the length of the shadow is 2 times the height of the flagpole. So we do not know anything about this height. So let's call that h, right? H for height. And then the length of the shadow, well, that's this side. This is this horizontal, right? And it's 2 times the height of the flagpole. So 2h. Okay. Then it says that the distance between the end of the shadow, which is here, right? Here's the end of the shadow, and the top of the flagpole, which is here, that this distance is 78 feet. So now if you recognize a right triangle, you're right. And so how are these sides on a right triangle related? Well, if you're thinking Pythagorean theorem, you're absolutely right. So I'm going to write that down. And Pythagorean theorem tells us this is this famous a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is the hypotenuse. That's that long side, okay? A and b are legs. We call those the legs. So in our case, h and 2h are the legs. 78 is the measure of the hypotenuse, right? So we're going to go ahead and substitute. So h squared plus, now this 2h needs to come in a parenthesis because we have to square that. That's going to equal 78 squared, okay? So let's go ahead and square here. So we have h squared plus, now squaring 2h is 4h squared. All right, and then 78 squared, 6,084. Okay, I used the calculator. All right, and so then here you have like terms on the left. So this is 5h squared. 5h squared equals 6,084. And notice that we have a quadratic here with no middle term. So we can use square root property. So let's divide by the 5 first, and then we are going to have h squared, and I'm going to go to the calculator in a minute. I'm going to do this division, and then I'm going to take the square root of whatever this guy is. Okay, and then notice that this time around, usually when we do square root property, I would say put a plus or minus here, but height is positive, right? So we need to just look at the positive. They want this answer rounded to the nearest tenth of a foot. So let's go to the calculator and do that math. All right, so I went to the calculator and I took the square root of 6,084 divided by 5, and I got 34.888, 8826, etc. But they wanted these answers to the nearest tenth, so that's about 34.9 feet for our height, the height of the flagpole. And then remember that the length of the shadow is twice that. So we multiplied by 2, and that gave us 69.8 feet. Hope that helps.